Happy Sunday Funday, folks. It's Xavier, and I'm back again with another video. Before I get started with this rant, for those of you that live in Houston like I do, today marks 3 years since we lost one of the best radio stations to ever exist on Houston radio. And that radio station is Boom 92. It was a classic hip-hop station on 92.1 here in Houston that launched on October 13, 2014. I didn't listen to the station until April or May of 2015. It was doing good in the ratings, but the ratings started to go down. Went from a 3.2 million views to 1.0 million views in April 2015. But then the station did well by the end of 2016, hitting 1.4, but it was too little too late for the station. And on this day, January 5th, 2017, Boom 92 would change to 92.1 Radio Now. It was a very sad day for Houston to lose another good radio station. And I also want to give an early birthday shout out to our fellow Houston DJ, Rob G. the General, who used to work at Boom 92. Rob G., thank you once again for coming up with the Classic Joints app, where it plays nothing but classic hip-hop, which I did a rant on 2 years ago. If you haven't checked out my rant about Classic Joints, make sure you guys go check that out, and that's classic spelled with a K. My anniversary of downloading Classic Joints will be on the Notorious B.I.G. Day, March 9th. And also, thank you for the Cut Curator podcast that I've been checking out, Rob G. Keep doing your thing on 97.9 The Box, my brother, during the Best Damn Lunch Mix with Keisha Nicole. So now that we got that out the way, it's time to do a recap of yesterday's wildcard game between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. Both teams ended their regular season with 10 wins and 6 losses. Whoever wins gets to go to the next round of the playoffs, and whoever loses has to pack up and go home. Before I give my thoughts, let's review the highlights. It was a tough first half for the Texans. They didn't score shit in the first quarter, and they gave up 7-0 against the Bills. Then they didn't score shit in the second quarter, while the Bills outscored them 6-0. At halftime, Bills 13, Texans 0. But then the Texans would bounce back in the second half. They outscored the Bills 8 touchdowns while giving up a field goal, which means the Bills had 3. After 3, Bills 16, Texans 8. Then the Texans outscored the Bills in the fourth quarter 11-3. At the end of regulation, the score was tied at 19, and they took the game to overtime. Whoever scores at overtime wins the game and advances to the next round. Texans failed to score a touchdown at their end, and the Bills failed to score a touchdown at their end. But then the Texans would make a field goal, outscoring the Bills 3-0 at overtime as the final score. Houston Texans 22, Buffalo Bills 19. The Texans are now 11-6. 6-3 at the crib and 5-3 on the road. Next Sunday, the Texans go against the Kansas City Chiefs in the next round of the playoffs. The people that scored a touchdown were Carlos Hyde and DW4 himself, Deshaun Watson. What are my thoughts about this game is everybody that was at the NRG Stadium, like I said, it was a disappointing first half, but the Texans opened up a can of whoop ass on the Bills in the second half. I was nervous that the Texans would get knocked out of the first round of this playoff game, just like last year when they went up against the Indianapolis Colts. But, oh, the Texans, oof, I was so nervous. I was hoping that they would win. Just when we thought that the Texans was going to lose, but they got the job done. And you know, sorry to say this to all you Patriots fans, but the Patriots lost to the Tennessee Titans yesterday, 20-13, which means the Patriots season is over. They're done, kaput. They will not be going to the Super Bowl this year. Texans, I don't know what the hell was going on with you guys in the first half, but I'm glad you woke your asses up and took care of business in the second half. But I got to give it to Bills quarterback Josh Allen. He and the Bills did their thing yesterday. I got to give the Bills credit. They came to play. But I'm glad that the Texans won this game. And now they're on to the NFL divisional round against the Kansas City Chiefs next Sunday at 2:05 p.m. Ooh, lucky I'm off next Sunday so I can watch this game. I'm glad the Texans kept fighting and they never gave up. That's what I like to see. But that's going to wrap up my thoughts about yesterday's wild card game between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. If you're not new here, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down and leave your comments down below. If you're new here, hit subscribe if you like the content and hit that notification bell for my next Texans rant, and I will catch you on the next one. Don't follow your dreams, chase them. Peace. Go Houston Texans.